Well, hello. My name is Gan. Welcome back to Crystalline. Last time we had fun with Leanna. We went to the festival. We played in a game show. It was amazing, And we won seats to go see fireworks, and it was just, oh my god. But then it turned sour. It turned sour when she says, "What about you going home? What about people you cared about and all that?" Then she broke your heart when she broke up with me. And now we continue. The next morning, sun fills the room and wakes me. I groan, hoisting the blanket over my face. I feel awful. I barely got any sleep the night before. Everything that happened last night crashes down on me like a tidal wave. I groan, running a hand over my face. This is going to be a long day.
Boy!
The Pongo blinks at me. He cocks his head.
Boy!
He gives me a little nudge with his face. Sorry, I'm fine. The Pongo's face settles into a worried expression.
Boy?
Don't worry about me, man. Everything will be okay. It's just, me and your mom are not doing so well. And some things are gonna be bad, and sometimes things will feel sad, and some things you can't really explain right now, but I just want you to know, we still love you. What the fuck am I saying to a Pongo? Like if we're getting divorced? I sigh and sit up. The Pongo squeaks as he rolls down my chest and on. The Pongo squeaks as he rolls down my chest and onto the bed. Sorry, little buddy. I pick him up and place him on my shoulder. I'm ready to go downstairs and meet the others. How about you? He frowns.
Boy!
He gives me a look, indicating that he's still not entirely convinced I'm entirely okay. I'll be fine, let's go. Even so, it feels difficult to even get out of bed. I force myself downstairs, but no one else is there yet. Suddenly, I hear a clatter of footsteps. My stomach swoons with anxiety and hope. Part of me hopes it's Leanna. The other half doesn't, because I'm not sure how to act around her. But I see a pair of black boots and then a flash of a brown ponytail. I let out a sigh of relief. It's just Zach and Kara. Oh, hey guys. Zach nods.
Hey.
I notice a few more scratches on his neck and his collarbone again. Kara seems to be in her usual chipper mood. A bit too chipper. If Zach's wild hair and marks didn't indicate what happened yesterday, Kara's smirk sure does. A slow smile tugs at my mouth. Hey Zach, I never saw you again last night. Zach blinks.
What?
I really missed you. You never came home.
Sorry, he was a bit tied up last night.
I don't even know that. His face burns red. There's another trail of footsteps coming from behind me. My spine locks.
Greetings.
I turn around. Amy's there and Leanna's with her. I notice their arms are full of supplies. They must have gotten up early to go shopping. My heart crackles all over again just seeing Leanna and being around her. It hurts. Leanna's face burns with a blush.
Oh, hey.
Hey. I really don't know how to act around her. Leanna doesn't seem to know either. She twists her hands and avoids eye contact.
We got all of the supplies, so we don't have to linger here any longer. We can get going.
I nod. Okay, sounds good. I really don't want to be in this town anymore. Traveling might help take my mind off things.
Let's get going.
Kara and Zach blink. They share a look with each other, but don't push it.
Okay.
We make our way out of the inn, Soon we find ourselves out of the town and onto a new path. The path of freedom, freedom, da 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 da. I remain quiet as we travel, immersed in my own swirling thoughts. Leanna avoids my contact, giving me space. Maybe she's trying to be respectful of my feelings, or maybe she just can't stand to look at me. I don't know which thought is more comforting. They both leave me feeling empty. Well, yeah, no shit. Dragging my feet, I lag behind the others, but I just can't seem to muster the energy to keep up. I keep replaying last night in my head. The evening was going perfectly until I sneak a glance at Leanna, who walks beside Amy. She stares straight ahead of her. Her walk looks stiff, like she's not comfortable in her own skin. Her hair sways with her hips, and I remember how soft it felt trickling down. I remember how soft it felt trickling my skin, almost as soft as her touch. My heart tightens, and I shake my head. I can't linger on these thoughts. But I can't ignore how much I want to be near her. Having to hold back is torture. These feelings don't disappear overnight. Is this as hard for her as it is for me? As night falls, we find a place to camp. We split up camp duties per usual, with Zach and Kara preparing dinner and Leanna and I searching for firewood. We search in silence. I feel like I should say something, but I don't know what. Sometimes I catch Leanna casting glances my way. She looks like she wants to tell me something, but doesn't. Dinner is quiet. We talk, but the conversation quickly trails off. I barely touch my food, but I can't eat anymore. After cleanup, I slip away and take a seat alone. The stars shine brightly in the sky, but they just remind me of Leanna. The grass rustles beside me.
Boy?
The Pongo looks up at me with wild eyes. Hey, Pongo.
Boy.
He beams at me. I return his smile, but it doesn't reassure him. Reassures him. His face falls.
Boy.
Sorry, little man. I'm just not in the mood.
Boy.
He deflates, then snuggles up to me.
Boy.
I smile weakly as another voice interrupts.
Hey!
Ooh. Okay, what's happening? Adventure? Something? Something to keep my mind away from Leanna? Anything is possible. Just send me. Yeah, just go behind those trees. Go. Leanna said to go camp. Leanna said to go camp over there. She doesn't want you near our campsite. No. Be like a divorced couple, like divide the campsite. That's your side, Leanna, and this is my side. Okay. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. Kara sits down beside me, and she gives the Pongo a short pat. Hey. She pauses, waiting. Then she gently nudges me.
Come on, spill it.
Spill what?
Something's got you down. What is it?
Okay, I'm fine. Okay, first of all, this is my reaction to everything. I'm fine. I don't like people knowing I'm sad, you know? Like, I don't remember the last time I cried in front of people. It's probably like middle school. But I don't like crying in front of people. I keep that crying to myself, man. I'm not gonna lie, and it's bad. But yeah, that's me. And the other ones, I can't remember what happiness feels like. Yeah, I'm not gonna pour my soul out to you. I'm sorry, lady. Nothing. I'm fine.
You are very clearly not fine.
I am. You don't have to worry.
Uh-huh. That's why you're out here alone. Moping.
I'm not alone.
It has something to do with Leanna, doesn't it?
What makes you say that?
You guys keep looking at each other and sighing. And you haven't done anything cute today. Obviously something is up.
Do I tell her? But she and Leanna are friends too.
Did you two have a fight?
Not exactly. Maybe I should tell her, but I don't want to make things weird. Kara's brows knit.
You didn't break up, did you?
I remain quiet, and her eyes widen.
You two broke up!
Reluctantly, I nod. She lets out a long sigh.
Oh no! But you two were so cute together. What happened?
It just wasn't meant to be, I guess.
Of course it was! You two are perfect for each other. Are you sure you can't work it out?
No. It just doesn't make sense. Leanna said I'm going to go home to my family and friends, and it's not like Leanna can't come with me. She has her life here. Kara sighs deeply. She looks frustrated, but understanding.
You do have a point. But that still sucks.
Yeah, it does. She faces me, her expression soft.
Seriously though, I'm sorry you're going through this. I get that you want your space right now, and I'll give it to you. But if you ever do want to talk, I'm all ears.
Thanks. She gives me a shoulder, She gives my shoulder a comforting squeeze before pushing herself to her feet. Without a word, she rejoins the group. I shift positions and feel the Pongo stir beside me. He blinks up at me again and cocks his head.
Boy?
Oh, did you hear all of that too?
Boy.
Yeah. Don't make my mistake. Never leave your home. No, it's better to have love though. I gotta say that because he got rejected not too long ago, remember? Remember like 2 or 3 episodes ago he got rejected? So, yeah. But don't let this scare you. It's better to have loved and lost than never had... I hate... fuck. But don't let this scare you. It's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. He cocks his head to the side.
Boy?
I look back out at the stars. Suddenly, the Pongo bounces away towards camp. I must have scared him off. I sigh and lean back on my elbows. After a few minutes, the Pongo returns. A crystal is in his mouth. He drops it in my lap, then nudges my hand, urging me to pick it up. What's this?
Boy!
I turn the crystal around in my hand. It's my old wind crystal I gave him when he was upset about the girl Pongo. Realization dawns on me. I gave him a crystal when he was upset. I gave him a crystal when he was upset over a girl. And now that I'm upset over a girl, he's giving me the crystal back. Aw, I'm not gonna lie, that's fucking adorable. Just imagine, like a dog, or, no, cause he's smart too. Like, imagine you give your bro, like, something to get over, like, a relationship or something, right? Then, when you go into trouble, he gives you it right back. Be like, bro, you need this more than me. And it's like, oh my god. The Pongo watches me expectantly. Aw, this is yours though. No, he's the best Pongo. I don't know who the fuck... He's been the best Pongo. Like, seriously, like, let me put a tier of, like, the best characters. It's Pongo, Amelia. It would have been Leanna, but let me tell you something. She broke your heart, so she goes all the way down. Amelia, then Zach, then Kara, then me, then the Bard, then Leanna. God, are you taking this really hard? No, I'm not. Shut up. I laugh and scoop the Pongo up in a hug. Thanks, buddy. You definitely cheered me up.
Boy!
The Pongo beams and snuggles against me. As the evening wears on, the campfire dies down. Leanna gently approaches me. I look up at her, and she stands awkwardly beside me.
Hey.
Hey. There's a pause as I wait for her to fill the silence.
How are you doing?
You know, I'm doing fine being the fucking friend zoned by my girlfriend. Yeah, like fine. Well, not even the friend zone, like in that awkward zone. Yeah, I'm fucking fine. Look at me, like I'm hanging out with the boy, the Pongo. A true friend, a loyal person that will never betray me. Yeah, I think you're taking this really hard. No, I'm not. I'm not taking this hard. Her eyes are full of concern as she twists her hands nervously. Why do you care? Okay, I guess. Damn it, I know exactly how I would say this. Because first of all, fuck these two answers. I understand why it had to be done. No, fuck you. No. Like, I chose to stay, and you're like, I don't want you to stay because of me. And, you know, why do you care? And I'm not an asshole. I'm okay, I guess. I shrug. I'm fine. Sorry, my throat. I'm fine, I guess. She furrows her brows as a sadness returns to her eyes.
I'm sorry.
You know what? I like that answer. I'm fine, I guess. It's like a kind of cold answer. Because it's not too cold like, what do you care? It's like, I'm fine, I guess. The words escape her. What's done is done. All we can do now is try to move past it. So, what do you want to talk? What did you want to talk to me about?
Oh, it's just that it's getting late, and the rest of us are going to go to sleep. Maybe you should come back and get some rest too.
Maybe you should be caring, okay? Cause I'm not your fucking boyfriend. Now go off to camp, alright? I'm gonna stay here with the fucking Pongo. Yeah, I think you're taking this too hard. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I nod. Why? This motherfucker. I wouldn't have nodded. I would have been like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay up for a bit. You know what I mean? Defy her. I'm sorry. It's like, you broke my heart. You really did. You betrayed me. Like, seriously, it's like the person he loves betrays him. And it's like, no, fuck you. Even though you have the bluest eyes of the stars and the golden hair of the sun. And I miss how you felt, and I just want you back. Oh my god. Yeah, I think you're taking this right. No, I'm not. Shut up. I nod. The Pongo sits on my shoulder as I push myself to my feet. Together with Leanna, we return to camp. I roll out my bedroll and lie down. I feel the Pongo cuddle against me as I close my eyes. After a while, my thoughts quiet and I finally drift to sleep. The next morning, we get up bright and early. Everyone seems to be in a serious mood as we clean up camp. We're getting really close to the Shadow Temple, and the weight of what we might find there weighs on all of us. Maybe we should have brought a fucking army? Like seriously, the Shadow Temple, this is where Void is doing its operations. It's like why? It's just the 5 of us plus a Pongo. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. After we pack up, we continue towards the Shadow Temple. The sky is clear and beautiful, but the sun is hot. It seems to be on the back of our necks. The path is dusty, and the sand pristine. The path is dusty and the sand pristine. Whatever. But hard to walk in. After a while, I realize I'm getting desperately thirsty. I take a swig from my canteen. Thankful we packed before we head out. I wonder how Zach can manage to keep his trench coat on this whole time. Even Leanna looks a little stuffy in her armor. Kara is the only one who doesn't seem bothered by the weather. After what seems to be forever, we come across a temple ruin into the night. The stones are charcoal gray. It seems to be humming with a deep old magic. I can feel it from here. Something fizzy and crackling. A type of energy that settles deep in my bones without having to even enter.
This is it.
Leanna nods.
Yeah.
Kara grips her knives.
It's probably best we all stay close. We don't know where we're going to find Void, or whatever else we might find in there.
Leanna draws her sword, her manipulator already giving off faint glow. I ready my sword as well.
Right. Let's get going. Everyone, stay close.
But I don't want to be close to Leanna, even though this might cause us to die. We nod and together enter the temple. The temple is surprisingly dark and cool. There's a gentle moaning breeze coming from somewhere. It's wisp around the back of my neck like the lips of a ghost. A shiver runs down the length of me. I'm sure if I should be thankful or frightened. How is this place so cold when it's located in a desert? Ooh. The walls are gray and etched with glowing lime green symbols. The stones here look rough and uneven, but the ground is dry and clear of any sand. The only sound are the hammering of my heart and the crush of my heart, cause Leanna, please take me back. Okay, I'm sorry, I just need to drink water, and that was a perfect excuse to drink water. The only sounds are the hammering of my heart and the crunch of our boots against stone. We stumble through the dark, taking small steps, fearful that we could turn a corner and stumble across Void at any minute. We keep inching onward. After what feels like an eternity, we stumble across an open area inside the temple. Leanna frowns.
This is strange. No one is here.
They set an ambush for us. They're gonna pop out of those fucking, these holes right here with arrows drawn. Do they even have arrows? Do they really need it? Because they have manipulators, right? They're just shooting, fucking dark blasts and everything, they're right there! Fuck them up! Bam, bam, bam! Kara keeps her voice low.
Maybe they're deeper inside the temple somewhere.
Leanna's brows furrow.
Maybe. I just feel like we would have heard them, or seen them by now.
They would have scouts, you know what I mean? Okay. At the entrance being do not let anyone in. You know what I mean? Zach's jaw clenches.
This could be a trap.
Yeah, no shit. There's fucking windows right here. They're just gonna pop out and be like, fuck them up! A chill runs down my spine.
If that is the case, it does us no good to stay in one place. It is best to move on and see if we can find Void, or the Shadow Elemental.
The others agree.
Right. Then let's keep going.
Our footsteps echo in the quiet. Zach leads the way with his guard up. Kara stays close to him, with Leanna and Amelia walking side by side. I take another step. The temple seems to be getting darker as shadows curl at my feet. I squint as the light grows fainter and fainter, as the shadows grow longer and longer.
Be careful.
Leanna's voice sounds far away, but she's right next to me, a minute ago. Leanna? My voice feels flat and dull against the emptiness. No echoes resound. In fact, I can't even hear my friend's footsteps anymore, as the shadows stick in the air. Ooh, soon, the darkness overtakes me, and I stumble. My hands are in front of me. Amy, do you think you could light us a fire? I'm met with silence. Amy? Glancing around, I'm surrounded by total darkness with no sign of friends. Only a black abyss looms in front of me. I feel the tightness as the shadows squeeze closer to me. I close my eyes as I feel the whispers of a breath on the back of my neck. Then suddenly, it stops. I'm back. The library is far more quiet than I would have expected at this time of night. The only sounds is the gentle hum of the air conditioner. Whoa, that was too close. I blinked my eyes wide open, then I sniffle a yawn as I stretch myself to wake myself up. Is this the end of the game? Imagine this is the ending right here. It's like, it was all a dream. Then the end. How shitty would that be if this was the ending? Focus. Finals are just around the corner, so I can't afford to slack off. Glancing around me, I notice that I'm the only person left in the study cubicles. It's getting pretty late. I'll go back to the dorms as soon as I'm finished this last chapter. I flip through the book, only a few more pages to go. I can do this. Stealing my resolve, I refocus on my textbook. ... The words of the book blurred together as my eyelids grow heavy. I fight to keep my eyes open, but my lids continue to droop. I'll just rest them for a second. Something jerks me awake, and my eyes blink open. A bright light illuminates the room, blinding me until all I can see is the stark whiteness. I throw my arms over my eyes to shield it from the light. After a few seconds pass, the light seems to dim, but it doesn't feel like the same fluorescent glow of the library bulbs. Carefully, I unwind and bring my arms down, squinting at the pale blue sky. A mild breeze tussles my hair. Blades of grass tickle my neck as they wave in the wind. Where am I? Let me drink water, hold on. I'm about to push myself off of the ground when something pops into view. A round blue blob with two dark eyes blink at me.
Boy?
Hello, who are you? Why does this guy kinda look familiar? Sorry, I did not read that right at all. Why does this guy look kinda familiar? When it notices my stare, it opens its small mouth and takes a dainty bite of my nose. Hey! The creature's bite doesn't sting, but it feels like a cool splash of water. Before I can take another, I scramble to my feet. The creature tumbles off my head and falls to the ground. Once it lands, it shakes itself off with a gelatinous tremble, clearly unfazed.
Boy!
It hops on my feet and opens its mouth again, but I quickly shake it off. It rolls off my foot and into the dirt, then rights itself again.
Boy!
It pouts and continues to watch me, but doesn't attempt another bite. Pongo?
Boy?
I take in the scattering trees around me. Their tall branches kiss the sky. There's a winding dirt trail which weaves through the trees. As I follow it with my gaze, I see smoke billowing out of the thatched roofs of a village in the far distance. Where the hell am I? The last thing I remember is...
Boy!
I glance down at the blue creature. What? At my response, it leaps up.
Boy!
Whoa! The pongo jumps higher than I remember. It startles me, and I instinctively step back. I don't notice the other person until too late. Ooh. We painfully collided, and I lose my balance before toppling over. Fortunately, my hands catch myself, protecting my fall. When I open my eyes, I see a woman. Her eyes are scrunched shut as her mouth is twisted in a grimace. Her long blonde hair is splayed out around her. Ooh, hello. Who may you be? As she lets out a small groan, she blinks to open her eyes and fixes her gaze on me. Wait, she looks familiar. This girl, I know her. Wait, Leanna? She blinks.
What?
I have an uneasy feeling in my stomach. Something about her. something that happened. Why do I feel like someone punched me in the gut?
Get off me!
Huh? A flash of blue light stings my eyes. Suddenly, I'm shoved off with a growing wind. It groans and shoves me backwards onto the ground. Ow! Leanna scrambles to her feet. She draws her sword. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Leanna, what are you doing? Her eyes narrow.
How do you know my name?
Wait, just fucking run off. I'm a stalker. Just fucking run off. What? Confusion rushes over me. What are you saying? For some reason, my heart clenches. Something about Leanna seems painful, but I can't put my finger on why that is. My stomach Did I say squirrels? My stomach squirms. I rise to my feet. You don't remember me? Leanna doesn't answer. She watches me, her gaze cool and unguarded and guarded. I shift under her stare. I glance around the place. It looks like I'm in a meadow. Hey, where are we? Her defense stays up.
What do you mean, where are we?
Something just feels off. Maybe you can show me the way to the... I tried to remember. Where did she take me before? She led me somewhere, didn't she? The Mage Academy. Can you take me there? I'm not sure where it is anymore.
Get away from me, you creep!
Horror washes over me. Well, like, I haven't really said anything bad. What? She spins on her heels with a whirl of her blonde hair and dashes away. Oh my god, he's a fucking pervert! Run away! Ah! Wait. No, What? Wait! But it's no use. She doesn't stop. This isn't right. This isn't how I remember things going. Something is off. It has to be, but I glance around. Where am I? I'm in Illumia. I'm in Bazada. No, you're in Meadow Hills, dumbass. Yeah, this place was called Meadow Hill. It looks the same, but somehow, it still feels so different. After Meadow Hill, Leanna led me to the Mage Academy, where Zach and Amy joined our group. Bakara joined us somewhere else. Where was that? Well, if you guys know the answer, comment down below. Alright, have a good day. Goodbye. No, I'm just kidding. We met her in Embermist, remember? When we went to go see Elder Ism. You guys remember? You remember, right? You remember. Embermist, that was it. She helped us go through the fire temple. And we've been traveling together for a long time, but I can't shake this feeling that something significant happened recently. Where did we all last go together? Okay, not Wolf's Den. We were in Mage. Remember? Mage. Yeah, can you ever say it right? No, I'm not gonna say it right, because to me it's Mage. That's right. The city outside of Havengard, where Leanna... My mind freezes. Where she broke up with me. It feels like I was just punched in the gut. All of this isn't right. Leanna and I, we were together. We aren't strangers. This place, it can't be the real Meadow Hill. This can't be the real Asteria. As soon as the last stop passes through my head, the sky cracks. A shimmer of warmth rushes into Meadow Hill and floods it with a white light. I cringe and shield my eyes with my hands. I jerk away. The light is gone.
Boy!
Huh? I can feel the Pongo resting on my chest, but he just looks like a little blur. But he just looks like a blurry blue blob. I blink rapidly, forcing my vision to refocus. The Pongo's eyes shimmer with tears. Boy! Why are you crying? Who made you cry? He nudges my cheek, as if trying to wake me. Boy! His little voice is tingled with distress. Hey, it's alright. I'm okay. The pongo perks up at my voice.
Boy?
I reach out and pet the top of his head. Hey, it's okay.
Boy.
He wobbles underneath my touch. I feel him starting to relax. He hops onto my shoulder, snuggling close to my neck. I force myself to stand. The room sways a little. It takes me a full minute to realize I'm back in the Shadow Temple. I groan and rub the back of my head. What was that? I feel the pongo shrug.
Boy.
So, you didn't see any of that? He blinks.
Boy.
Apparently not. Was it all just a dream? I look around. Where did the others go? I blink away the rest of the blurriness from my vision and see the others sprawl across the floor. My stomach lurches with alarm. What happened? Are they hurt? Leanna's the closest to me. I stumble as I rush over to her. Leanna? I reach out, attempting to shake her awake. As soon as I touch her, the same blinding light explodes in my vision, and I flinch, squeezing my eyes shut. Then, slowly, the light begins to fade. Huh? I open my eyes. Isn't this Leanna's home? We're all seated at the table for breakfast. The tension is struck in the air.
Oh, spare me the theatrics. How could this be your dream? Don't you realize how dangerous it is to be a Mage-Knight?
Yes, I do realize that. I live it every day. But at least, as a Mage-Knight, I'm well equipped to take care of myself. I've been trained to handle danger.
He shakes his head.
You can't be prepared for every circumstance. What if you get ambushed, outnumbered, or overwhelmed in battle? What if your teammates fall and you're the only one left?
So what if that does happen? How can we live life based on hypotheticals? What if I became ill? What if I couldn't bear children? Would you still force me to get married? But if those things happened, I wouldn't be able to fulfill my duty as a lady in the House of Dawn. Then what?
Do you guys remember this moment? It's when she was fighting with her father. You remember. That's gonna be the title of this fucking video. You remember. Her father scowls and waves a hand dismissively.
That's not the same. Those are all based on chance. You aren't throwing yourself into situations which would allow those things to occur. As a Mage-Knight, you're walking into those scenarios every day.
Leanna points a finger at Leon. Her voice is shrilled as he tries to keep her composure.
What about Leo then? He's a Mage-Knight who walks into danger every day. Why aren't you worried about him?
Don't get me wrong, I love revisiting all these fucking all these fucking moments, but can we just continue with the story or be like, hey, wake up?
Because it's his responsibility to serve and protect as a man in the House of Dawn.
For once, Leanna is speechless. Silence settles over the table like a heavy blanket. Her mother stares at her lap, as still as a statue. Leon opens and closes his mouth, as if wants to speak, but can't find the words to say. Her father nods.
Now that you've come to your senses, we can discuss the details of the engagement.
No.
The rage returns to her father's face.
How many times must we go round in this endless game? When will you accept your responsibility as a lady in the House of Dawn?
Never! Leanna's voice is scarily calm.
If this is what it takes to be a Dawn, then I don't want to be a Dawn anymore.
Then her parents laugh.
Fine.
Ooh, this is new. What the fuck? Shock spreads across Leanna's face.
What?
He shrugs.
If you refuse to fulfill your responsibility as a Dawn, then you have no right to call yourself a Dawn.
Your father never said that. No, stay quiet like a bitch. No. None of this is right. Her father was mortified when Leanna suggested throwing away her family name before. Leanna, that isn't your father.
What?
Dude, it would have been funny if it was just Leanna's name and no Dawn right there. Just to fuck with you, be like, she lost her family name. Don't get me wrong, like, return it later, but you know what I mean? She looks around. Can she hear me? I try raising my voice. Think about it. Your father would never say something like that. She freezes. Yes, she can hear me. Don't you think all of this is strange? Her head turns in the direction of my voice, but I don't think she can see me.
Leanna, are you listening to me?
She turns to face him. Her posture becomes straighter.
I understand now.
She shakes her head.
I understand now. You are not my family. My father would never say something like that.
Just like before, there's another blinding flash of light. It engulfs the room until it burns my eyes too much to keep them open. I cringe, shielding my face. After a few moments, I feel the light slowly beginning to fade. When I open my eyes again, Leanna is still on the ground. She gasps awake. Are you okay? I'm still on my knees, hovering beside her.
I think so.
Leanna lets out a deep sigh.
I'm happy all of that was just a terrible dream.
She shivers.
I know that's not how it happened, but hearing it was still unnerving.
I nod. She releases a heavy breath.
Thank you.
I nod. Leanna glances around. She must have spotted the others because her face furrows in concern.
Are they okay? What's happening to them?
I think they're trapped inside their own illusions. When I touched you, I was able to see and hear everything going on. I think we can help them too. She nods, still visibly shaken.
Right.
I help her stand, and then we drag our way over to the others. Zach is the closest. His face is surprisingly calm, as if he wanted to cuddle up for an afternoon nap. Even so, I feel an impending sense of dread. What kind of illusion is Zach facing? I can't even begin to imagine some of the awful things he must have seen in his past as a mercenary. Are you ready? Leanna nods. Together, we bend down and touch his arm. There, the same low moaning sound, a flash of light. Leanna and I find ourselves at a campsite. A few silver stars wink overhead. The air is cold and calm. Fireflies blink in the distance.
Where are we?
I'm not sure. There's an abrupt roar of laughter. We turn around to see Zach sitting around a fire with a large group of people. They all burst into another wave of laughter, and Zach joins in their merriment. I was expecting something darker, but he's actually happy. My stomach clenches. I'm not sure if that's worse or not. Zach glances around at a few cards in his hands. I notice the others are also hunched over their own cards.
Damon, do you have any sixes?
My heart gives an unpleasant twist.
Oh,
Worry crinkles between Leanna's brows.
Damon. That's his old mentor, right?
Yeah, basically his father. I nod. I remember some of the stories Zach told me about Damon at the inn. He looked just as humble and strong as Zach described him to be. Damon chuckles.
Not today, my boy.
Aw, I wish I had like a little picture for him. That sucks. Zach sighs and begrudgingly takes a card from the pile.
Hey, Zach. You don't happen to have any sixes, do you?
It's fucking Ver. Zach frowns. Ver chuckles. He has the same bright red hair, but he looks younger here. A few of the marks on his face look fresh, like he gotten them recently. Zach grudgingly hands over his cards. A grin sprawls across Ver's face. He places down several matches.
Looks like I win again.
The others throw their heads back and groan, but they're laughing. Zach shakes his head.
You always seem to win.
Ver shrugs, fainting humility.
What can I say? I'm just lucky.
Damon claps a hand over Zach's shoulder.
Maybe next time, Zach.
Aw, dude, this could get so sad. Zach smiles, looking appreciative. My stomach turns. Zach, this isn't real. Zach pauses. He lifts his head up and turns in our direction.
What's wrong?
He shakes his head.
Nothing. I just thought I heard my name.
Ver laughs.
Getting a little crazy there, Zach?
A faint blush dusts his cheeks. He shakes his head.
No, it was nothing.
Leanna frowns next to me.
This isn't good. What if he doesn't want to leave the illusion?
Okay, now I gotta be this guy. Guy number 1. Hey, dinner's ready! Everyone perks up.
Oh, great. I'm starving.
One of the men passes everyone in the group a bowl of soup. Just as soon as Zach is about to dig in, someone hands Ver a bowl. It's twice the size as everyone else's. Zach barely blinks an eye.
You've got to eat up, Ver. I can't have my star pupil going hungry.
Ver flashes Damon a bright smile. That's not true.
Thanks.
Damon takes a few bites of his soup.
Oh, by the way, Zach, after we're done, you can clean up for the night.
Zach blinks.
Me? But I cleaned up the last 3 times.
I've never seen Zach like this. What? I don't want to do work. It's so funny. Damon smiles, looking apologetic.
Ver needs to have his strength to run point on the Crystal Rail mission tomorrow.
Zach blinks.
Wait,
Zach's held breath seems to leave his body.
the crystal rail?
Ver lets out a bitter laugh.
What? Did you think you were running point?
Realization washes over him. Zach's face pales.
That's not...
He shakes his head.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Zach looks like he's remembering. Hope flourishes in my chest. No, you gotta help him, what the fuck? Or let him come to the realization. No, I wanna help him. You ran point on that mission, Zach, not Ver. Ver betrayed you. Zach's brow furrow. I know he heard me.
I ran point on that mission.
What are you talking about?
Damon raises his eyebrows.
Zach, you're not making sense. We haven't done the mission yet.
Zach's eyes go dark. It's like his very soul has flown somewhere far, far away.
No, we have.
His grip tightens around his bowl. Damon's brows crinkle. The others stare at him.
What are you talking about?
He lets out a nervous laugh.
You're starting to worry me.
Zach slowly raises his head. His eyes are bleak.
No,
His bangs cover his eyes.
this isn't real.
Damon shifts under his gaze.
What do you mean?
Zach looks up. He seems to have trouble getting the words out.
This was nice, seeing all of you again.
The group looks at him, but no one speaks. Zach stands up and brushes himself off.
You're leaving?
Zach nods.
I'm moving forward with my life. I'm not living in the past anymore.
I'm sorry. I'm tearing up a little bit. He stares down at Damon. Damon finally smiles.
Take care then.
Always.
A bright light bursts across our eyes. It's like a star exploded and filled the entire campsite. I flinched, throwing my arms over my eyes. The heat from the light gradually begins to decrease. I feel it start to dim. When I lower my arms, a few bright spots blink in front of my nose. It takes a few seconds for my eyes to refocus, and I realize we're back in the temple. Zach groans slowly, hoisting himself up. He rubs his head. Leanna's brows crinkle.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Despite what happened, he seems to be at peace. These illusions use our memories. A shiver runs down the length of my spine. How does this place know so much about us? Zack shrugs. He doesn't offer any answers. Leanna, meanwhile, seems just as spooked as I am.
I don't know. We'd better help the others before they slip further away.
Fuck, man, I'm sweating like a pig. I nod. We walk a little bit farther down the corridor before finding Kara. Her brown ponytail is sprawled out behind her. Her face is rough, like she's having a nightmare. She flinches as we crouch down. I notice Zack's jaw is tight. He reaches out and touches her shoulder, and Leanna and I follow suit. There's a flash of light. When it fades, I find myself standing between Leanna and Zack inside a small room.
My decision is final.
Ooh. Huh? I look up. Zack is standing across from Kara with his arms crossed. Wait, what? I glance at Zack beside me and then back to the scene. Is this another Zack illusion? Kara's eyes shimmer with tears.
Why? What did I do wrong?
You know exactly what you did wrong.
What the fuck is this? I thought this was using our memories. Kara's face crumbles.
Please, don't.
She crosses her arms, hugging herself.
Please.
Don't pretend to be sorry now. You deserve to be alone.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. If Zack doesn't punch this fucking imposter right now, I'm gonna be pissed.
What?
Look. Punch him. The real Zack's face curls into a snare.
You bastard!
He lunges forward and punches the fake Zack in the face.
Ow!
He stumbles backwards, clutching his nose.
What the hell?
Fury contorts real Zack's face.
What is wrong with you? What? Who are you?
Zack strikes him again, so hard his head reels to the side.
Ow! Like hell, I'm gonna let you walk away from the greatest thing that happened in your life.
Ooh. The other Zack rubs his jaw. His eyes stare wide at the real Zack. I can see the shock and dismay in them. It's a weird look.
How are you even doing this?
Zack punches him again in response. Why are you hitting yourself? I'm saying it. Hey, Zack. Zack looks at me. Why are you hitting yourself?
Shut up!
I'm sorry, I had to say it. Kara blinks.
Wait.
It seems as though she's just beginning to process what's going on. She looks between the two Zacks. I can see the cogs turning in her head, piecing everything together. Finally, she smiles. A blush dusts her cheeks.
I'm the greatest thing that has ever happened to you.
Ooh. A white light shimmers. It blooms and sparkles over the entire area. Once again, we are taken out of the illusion and find ourselves back inside of the temple. Zack growls and swings forward, his fist whirling through the air. He stumbles and rights himself at the last minute.
Where is that guy?
He really cares about Kara. He rolls around, searching for him. Kara beams. She rushes over and throws her arms around Zack. Zack freezes. Kara snuggles her head into the crook of his neck.
So?
What?
I'm the greatest thing that has ever happened to you.
Okay, man. Right now is not to be a tsundere right now. Do not do it. Do not do it. Zack's face flushes ruby red.
I only said that so you'd wake up.
Fucking tsundere. I hate tsundere. Don't get me wrong, tsunderes can be adorable. We play the fucking Cowdy story, right? After story? But when it's like this, it's fucking annoying. Like, this is a moment right here. This is the moment where it could be just fucking hearts. She continues to nuzzle him.
No take backsies.
He turns away, still red, but doesn't fight out of her grasp. I clear my throat. You guys, we still have to help Amy. Clara blinks, noticing us for the first time, and her expression becomes serious. She steps away from Zach, but not before snatching his hand. He gives her a confused look as she interlocks their fingers.
Come on, let's go find Amy.
That could be us, Leanna. I'm just saying. We walk a little further along and find Amy. She's sprawled across the floor. Her face, usual a mask of calm, is twisted with something unpleasant. I frown, suddenly uneasy. Whatever Amy is going through, it doesn't look good. As soon as I reach out and touch her arm, the same white light engulfs my vision. When it puffs out, I find myself back in Illumia.
This is the inn from Illumia, isn't it?
I look around. Yeah.
Greetings.
Fucking her eyes, I'm not gonna lie, look at her eyes. I roll around. Amy is standing at the bar talking to Leanna. I blink. Why does Amy see an illusion of Leanna? The real Leanna flushes.
I don't know.
Amelia doesn't seem to even notice our presence. She continues on.
I am aware of the true location of Ember Mist.
Oh, this is the first time, she's like, let me go with you. And we're like, hell yeah. My mind starts racing.
Wait, Ember Mist.
A light bulb goes off in my head. This is the day we first met Amy, when she asked to join our group. Leanna nods, looking worried. Why would Amy's trial be something like this?
You're just a kid. You should go back to the academy. It's too dangerous out here for someone your age.
Oh, what a fucking bitch. Just fucking Leanna's like, I'm gonna punch her. It's like, no. Allow me to just go up to Leanna and just slap her. Just like, bam! Bam! Yeah, are you taking the breakup hard? No. Bam! Just not punches, because you should never punch a girl. Not even if it's an illusion. But you can slap an illusion, you know? Because illusions aren't real. Amelia turns pink. Someone as young as her? Realization washes over me like cold water. Everywhere Amy went, she was treated like a kid. The academy didn't take her seriously. Even us as a group are always babying her. Is this Amy's worst fear? To always be seen as a child?
I think you are mistaken about my age. I am a student studying to be a mage caster. I have received top marks in all of my classes.
The fake Leanna laughs, shaking her head.
Aw, that's adorable. Little Amelia gets top marks. Do you want me to give you a gold star sticker?
I don't give a shit. Leanna, go stab her. Go stab her with your sword. Because fuck it. I can't heal a woman. Not even if it's an illusion. Or Amy, you pick yourself up and you fucking fireball her. Yeah, why don't we just tell Amy to stick up for herself and not fucking kill her? Because I'm taking this breakup hard, okay? Fuck. Amelia flinches, as if the fake Leanna had just struck her. Pain flashes behind her eyes. I've never seen her look this devastated before.
It would be a lot of work to protect you. I don't want to be a full-time babysitter while traveling.
What a bitch. Zach frowns as he sees Amy's distress. He shoves Leanna towards her illusion.
Go out there and punch your fake self in the face!
Yeah.
What?
Do it. She stumbles, catching herself, and comes face to face with Amelia. Amelia blinks in surprise.
Why are there two of you?
The real Leanna panics.
You can see me?
Yes.
The fake Leanna gives real Leanna a strange look, as if to ask what she's doing there.
Don't listen to this imposter, Amy.
Ooh, look at her eyes. I don't like their eyes. What the fuck?
You're the one that came out of nowhere. Clearly, you're the imposter.
Amy pauses.
Perhaps this is another trial.
She taps her chin in thought.
There is really only one way to settle this.
Both Leanna stare at her.
How?
Each of you must attempt a flirtatious encounter.
Yes. The fake Leanna smirks.
This will be a piece of cake. I refuse!
Leanna crosses her arms. Amelia doesn't even blink. She looks at the real Leanna and nod.
I am certain of who the real Leanna is, and I will no longer believe the lies of the other one.
This is stupid. I wanted to hear the stupid like, "Hey there, sailor." The white light flashes instantly. It floods the room before fading away. A few seconds later, we find ourselves back at the temple. As our visions refocuses, Leanna looks at Amelia.
How did you guess which one was me so quickly?
Really? Kara interrupts before Amy can answer.
Because you're a prude.
Leanna's eyes grow wide and she crosses her arms.
I am not.
Yes, you are. Kara snickers. Leanna looks to Zach, who shrugs.
You definitely are.
She looks at me. Motherfucker, you broke up with me. You think I'm gonna take your side? She quickly looks away. My chest aches again with a fresh wave of pain. What I wouldn't give to be able to feel her affection once more. Really, my dude? Right now is to say the stupid line? I shake my head, shaking away these thoughts. Amelia, who was still on the floor, rises to a stand. She rubs the back of her head in thought.
It is most interesting you were all able to join me in the same illusion. Was it the same for the rest of you?
We nod.
I see.
She still looks a bit bothered by what she saw in her illusion, but she crosses her arms.
Perhaps it would be best to keep moving. I believe that was a temple trial we just encountered. We must be close to the heart of the temple.
That's true. Normally after completing a trial, we've been sent into the room with the elemental.
Hey, do you guys see that?
She points to a door. The carvings on it are rather intricate. Fucking, you know what I mean? It's hot. I'm fucking dying in here, man. I can see some more symbols and elaborate swirls and whirls. It's a deep plum purple, standing out amongst the stone.
Do we attempt to open it?
Zach shrugs.
It's not like there's another option.
Let's go. I lead the way to the door and the others follow. And this is where we're gonna end it. No, wait, no, we're not. Cause I'm reading it right now. No, we're not. We step through the door. Standing in the center, directly facing me, is the shadow elemental. Ooh, hello. Her long hair falls delicately to her back, flowing around her gazmere gown. Her dress hugs her every curves. As I lift my gaze, her violet eyes meet mine. I open my mouth to speak, when a gasp interrupts me.
The elemental.
Wait, what? You're seeing her? What the fuck? I glance over at my friends, who are frozen in wide shock. Amy's eyes are the size of saucers. Her mouth is open in silent wonder. I can almost see the questions racing through her mind. Leanna's expression is one of more quiet amazement. She carefully looks at the elemental up and down. Zach slowly shakes off his surprise and resumes his usual expression, while Kara doesn't even bother to mask her appreciation. Wait, you can see her?
I sure can. No wonder you went ahead and kissed the last one.
Hey. Ha 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 ha. Always with your jokes, Kara. My gaze darts towards Leanna. She pretends like it doesn't faze her, but she refuses to meet my eyes. Zach claps a hand on my back.
Guess you aren't crazy after all.
Fuck you, Zach. Throughout the whole encounter, the shadow elemental's gaze remains on me. As I refocus on her, a smile lights up in her face. Her dress shimmers as she takes a step closer.
Child of the other world, you have finally arrived.
Okay, I did not fucking expect that. I'm not gonna lie, I fucking jumped right now. Her voice feels familiar, yet strange, like a melody I can't quite place. It's quiet, yet resounding, delicate but powerful. Holy talking elementals! Be cool. No, I would literally just shit my pants right now because none of them has talked to us. You can talk? I blurt the explanation out before thinking. She merely looks at me, and I feel a blush crawls up my cheeks. None of the other elementals spoke.
Yes, for the safety of Mortalis Terra, they could not.
How come?
In order for us to manifest fully onto Mortalis Terra, it would drain a dangerous amount of energy. Because of that, my sisters have merely projected illusions of themselves to help guide you.
So, are you an illusion too? She shakes her head, and her hair brushes alluringly over her chest.
Shadow energy is in excess here. I came seeking your aid.
Why? You need my help?
Ether Terra, where I am from, and Mortalis Terra work in conjunction with each other to maintain the balance of energy. When Terrans use energy, it returns to Ether Terra, and when we use energy, it flows back to Mortalis Terra. This is the reason why maintaining the balance of energy is important. It is so both of our planes of existence can live and thrive upon our shared world. But we noticed an irregularity. Shadow energy was being used less on Mortalis Terra, and as a result, there was less shadow energy available in Ether Terra. But the other elemental energy usage remained unchanged.
She's jealous, like, why is no one praising me? I'm sorry.
My people grew increasingly restless at the lack of shadow energy in our world. Some decided to take matters into their own hands. Slowly, shadow energy increased in use until it was back in balance with the other elements. And yet, shadow energy continued to grow and grow, and now the imbalance has returned, with the scale tipped to shadow energy.
So this whole time, like, let's just say, another elemental, whatever, gave fucking Void, like, hey guys, use this to fucking make shadow energy so I can live. Then, like, now they grew more and more, and they're like, we made a terrible mistake.
That must be because of Void tainting other magic to shadow.
Leanna's voice is soft, barely a whisper, but it surprises me nonetheless. The dip in shadow energy they felt in Ether Terra must have been a result of a band of shadow magic after the Treaty of Asteria, and the spike must have occurred after Void began tainting spears. For the first time, the shadow elemental's gaze slide over to Leanna, who falls quiet, uncertain under scrutiny. The shadow elemental smiles softly. Her gaze continues to Zack, and then Kara, but lingers on Amy.
You have a strength and ability much greater than your age.
Amy continues to stare in awe. Just look at Amy, she's like, like her head, like, she's all calm right here, but in her head's like, oh my god, the shadow elemental just complimented me. She's too awestruck to speak. The shadow elemental smiles reassuringly. A gentle silence falls over us as I contemplate all she just said. This isn't what I was expecting.
Time is of the essence. I should not remain here much longer, but I'm sure you have questions.
My mind races with questions. There's an elemental, and she's not from here, and she's talking to me. That in itself is a lot to wrap my head around. I take a deep breath and force myself to calm down and collect my thoughts. Okay. What is Ether Terra? What are you? Why me? Okay, first of all, yeah, let's go from down to up. Okay. You said you're from Terra. Where is that?
It's on Terra, but on a different plane of existence.
I furrow my brows. I'm confused. What does that mean exactly?
Terra is a mirror landscape of Mortalis Terra. That's why we share energy and are able to cross over into this plane. However, our creatures and societies differ from those who inhabit this plane.
I see. What are you? What is an elemental? She delicately cocks her head.
Your titles are not the same as ours. I'm not familiar with elementals.
That's the term Terrians use to refer to you.
Oh.
A smile plays at her lips, and she runs her fingers through her hair, thoughtfully.
Elemental. I like it. I am the Shadow Magistrate. As such, it is my responsibility to maintain the balance of shadow energy flow between Mortalis Terra and Aether Terra, and to balance the shadow element among the other elements.
That's quite interesting. She smiles. I can't understand why the Terrians view the elementals as deities, but it sounds like that's not the case. They're more akin to societal leaders. What are the temples and their trials? If Terrians built these temples for you, why do the temple's trials exist?
Every elemental energy type is manipulated in a different way. The trials are created by us and tailored to determine the capacity one has to handle that energy. The trials are implemented and watched over by the Guardians. They ensure the integrity of both the trials and the participants.
I remember the fire fox at the fire temple, but where were the other Guardians? How come I didn't see all of the Guardians at each temple?
The Guardians do not always appear. Some do not wish to be seen, but all are present within their temple.
I remember the trial in the water temple. I wonder if the imitation Amy was actually the Guardian in disguise. I see. She nods. Why me? Or... yeah, why me? Was it you who brought me to Terra?
Yes.
Why did you pick me?
We sensed the fortitude of magic ability on the parallel world was significantly stronger than here on Terra, so my sisters and I opened the rift to that world.
But why?
The humans from that world, your world, have a capacity for magic that is unseen here on Terra.
How is that possible? Earth has no magic. She shakes her head.
I do not have the answer to that.
That surprises me. I guess the elementals are not as all-knowing as I expected. They have their limitations too. But why did you choose me specifically? She looks at me.
We hoped that a champion from your world would help us, and so you traveled through the rift.
So it was purely by chance that I was chosen. You were waiting for me. How did you know I would come here or go to any of the temples?
We believed that you would naturally find the areas of high energy concentration, if only to find a way to return home.
Well, joke's on you. I want to stay with Leanna.
My sisters tried to guide you as much as they could.
I guess it was just lucky that we encountered Void and pieced together what was going on. How did you know I would help you even after learning about Void?
We had faith in you.
That was risky. So, you had no idea what would happen. Pretty risky move. Her eyes hold my own as her gaze seems to look into my soul.
And yet, here you are.
Well, fuck you. Touché. That's all I needed to know for now. We should get moving and stop Void. Leanna stirs gently beside me, reminding me of her presence. I'd forgotten they were still there. It makes sense that they would remain silent to let the shadow elemental explain. Kara steps forward.
Sorry to interrupt, but how come we can see you?
The shadow elemental turns to face her. Her hair floats behind her. before falling back into place.
In this manifested state, I exist in your plane.
Kara digs an elbow into Zack.
And someone here didn't believe the elementals were real.
He crosses his arms.
Yeah, well, someone also told us Void would be here, but I haven't seen them anywhere.
You're right. It's been quiet.
If they aren't here, then where would they be?
Besides this location, I can sense one other area with a strong congregation of shadow energy.
Amy nods, finding her voice again.
Perhaps that is where Void is located.
Is it nearby?
The elemental shakes her head.
No, but I can send you where you need to go.
By opening a rift? She nods. Maybe she can send me home now. No, don't say anything. I want to stay with Leanna. Fuck you guys. But yeah, what about your family? This is a video game. Fuck them. It's pretty helpful that she can open a rift. The elemental reaches out her hand. For a moment, nothing happens, but then a small purple hole the size of a pea tears open in the space in front of us. It eats the surrounding space until the opening is large enough for a person to fit through. I stare in awe as the jagged fabric of reality falls around it. The rift opens in a rich lavender with no indication of where it leads. It feels ominous and familiar. My friends look stiffy at the rift, distrust and hesitation in their eyes. Only Amelia looks intrigued and excited by it.
The balance of the elements must be restored. We're counting on your help.
How come you don't come with us?
This temple has a tremendous amount of energy. It's safe for me to manifest here for a brief time, but I cannot manifest elsewhere, lest it cause irreparable harm to Mortalis Terra.
Amelia steps up to the rift, but the elemental stops her. She faces me again.
There is something I must give you first.
She stepped towards me, her dress billowing behind her. She reaches out her hands. Before she touches me, Leanna pulls me away.
Hold on.
Why? What are you doing now? You're cock blocking me now? We're not together no more. Jeez, stop acting like you're my girlfriend. The shadow elemental remains frozen. Her eyes are expressionless, as if they landed on Leanna.
You've seen the kind of damage shadow magic can do. Are you sure it's safe for you to accept that?
Shadow magic on its own does not do harm, as is the same with any element.
Yeah, Leanna. Shit, it's safe. Remember fucking Robin?
But the corruption it can cause.
I put a hand on Leanna to reassure her. Just put a hand on her and be like, I got this. Like, fuck off, you're not my girlfriend. It'll be no different than when I absorbed all the other elements. Everything will be fine. Her brows are still creased with worry, but she nods and steps back. The shadow elemental places her palms around my face. Her initial touch is like getting hit with a snowball, an icy impact which fades into nothingness. A smooth stream of energy pours into me, soft as silk and as cold as ice. It freezes my bones, darkening my spirits. My teeth begin to chatter and my body shakes. My vision clouds as wave after wave of energy forces itself inside me. They cling to me and twist and crawl within me. I feel numb, yet my senses are heightened. It runs through my veins, weightless but present, like a shadow. Everything ceases as once. When she breaks contact, I jolt back, blinking my eyes until my vision returns. She seems more translucent than before. Leanna rushes to me.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I turn back to the elemental. Thank you. She nods.
I have done all I can. The rest is up to you.
My friends also look back at the elemental.
You can count on us to help.
Thanks for all your help.
Where's our motherfucking army?
Yeah, thanks.
Shadow Elemental, how about you make us an army to go fight Void?
I wish time was not so urgent. I have many questions I wish to ask of you, but I thank you for all you've done for us.
The Shadow Elemental nods and indicates the rift.
Please proceed with haste.
I hesitate, staring into the brightness. What happens if I walk through here? Emilia confidently steps through the rift. Later! Like, she doesn't even care. She's like, it's an elemental who made it, so it's safe, okay?
Amy!
Zack is right behind her heels, and Kara races after him. Only Leanna and I remain. She looks over to me. As I meet her gaze, I nod, but she returns. She runs through. Stealing my nerves, I follow Leanna into the rift. Where's the Pongo? The brightness surrounds me, engulfing me until it's all I can see. The muted silence is deafening. My blood races through me, but I can barely feel the adrenaline. I feel like I'm suddenly in a crackling. I feel like I'm suspended in crackling electric air. My legs wade through the light. It's thick and heavy, and as if I'm waddling through water. Time seems to slow, and yet, an instant later, I stumble out of the light and into a forest. When I turn back, I catch one last glimpse of the Shadow Elemental. She waves goodbye before the rift closes behind us. And this is where I'm gonna end it. Oh my god. Yeah, you could probably finish it. Yeah, but how long will that take? I'm fucking hot and I'm tired. And I gotta go to work tomorrow. Yay. I got a job, man. I got a job at Yogurtland, so I'm gonna be working, so I gotta get some shut-eye, you know? It's like 2 a.m. Hopefully I can wake up. Okay, if you like this video, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and hit the bell notification to see more of me. Okay, we had fun, man. This was, wow. A lot of things happened, and a lot of things to process, but everything was cool. I'm not gonna lie. And we're almost done with this game. How do you feel? Are you excited? Are you scared? Are you worrying? Yeah, what are you gonna play next? Are you gonna play Ace Academy? Maybe. Or maybe try this new visual novel that I want to look at. Alright, so this is farewell, and as always, bye bye.